The first thing that you might not know about HTV is that you can use it on more than just t-shirts. I've used it on a range of different materials before, and I'm talking wood, cardstock, leather, faux leather, canvas, and many more things. If the material you want to apply the HTV onto can take heat, then you more than likely can use HTV. There are many different kinds of HTV or iron-on, and some have a very low melting point and need to be pressed for a very short amount of time. So whether you are using your Cricut to cut iron-on to apply onto a t-shirt, or wanting to apply iron-on or HTV onto something that is a little bit more heat sensitive, there is a type of HTV that you can use for each and every one of your applications, which is why you can apply HTV onto so many different surfaces and materials. Many people prefer to use HTV on things like wood because, especially if your wood is painted, the transfer tape of vinyl or adhesive vinyl will very often lift up the paint. So by using HTV, you are much more likely to have a really good end result on your project. I've also used HTV on many different cards, and I've done some videos about it on my channel as well. So if you like Cricut tutorials like that, please subscribe to my channel, as I do lots of Cricut and crafting related tutorials here on my channel. The next thing that you might not know about HTV is that a lot of people find it a lot easier to cut more intricate designs with HTV. I find that weeding HTV is also a lot easier. Especially when you drop the HTV onto the carrier sheet, it's not going to stick like it would with adhesive vinyl. So if you have quite an intricate design, you might want to take a look at using HTV instead of adhesive vinyl or any other medium, as you are far more likely to get the perfect result. Now, I've combined point 1 and point 2 in the past to create super intricate designs, and also was able to put these on cards. It gives it a really nice look, and to do this with adhesive vinyl probably would have worked, but it was a lot easier to do it with HTV. I just used my mini press, pressed it onto the card, no problem, bing bang boom, done. No worries about ripping up the cardstock or anything like that. Beautiful result in very little time. And my last tip is something that you probably know, but that you can layer HTV. Now, you can't layer all HTV, and I feel like this is really important to mention. Layering HTV is quite an intricate process, and placing one HTV on top of the other may seem like a good idea, but it might not be the best for a few different reasons. Number one, like I mentioned, not all HTV can be layered. It needs to be a lot more heat resistant and press for very quick times in order to layer properly. As an example, TechWP HTV does press for really short times, so it might be a little bit better to layer with TechWP as opposed to Cricut HTV, or Cricut iron-on as they call it, as Cricut iron-on needs to be pressed for 30 seconds. TechWP HTV needs to be pressed only for a few seconds. So if you're looking to do multicolored projects, I would look at the type of projects that you're doing and maybe tailor the choice of HTV that you're using for that particular project. If you are looking to layer your designs, you'll want to use the slice feature to make sure that the HTV is sticking to the t-shirt itself and not to other HTV, as not many different types of HTV are rated to be able to layer on top of each other. Turbo HTV is the one that I have access to that is able to be layered, so I can put one color on top of the other, but most you can't. So once again, make sure to check the manufacturer specifications to see if this is something that you can do. But if you like videos like this and you want some more tips, click here for some more. Thank you so much for joining. I'll see you in the next one, and remember, be kind to someone today. See you soon.